welcome back. You look fantastic.
Well, I'm wearing a hat from the show.
Oh, I thought this was an Easter thing that you just
Left over.
that you
Well,
took.
but it goes for both.
It does.
Very
It works.
multi-purpose, you know. And I brought one for you.
I see this here now.
That
This
you
is
would look really good.
This is very thoughtful. I appreciate this. Thank you so much. This is very. Thank you so much. I will wear this with pride. I really will. Yeah. Oh, you actually did bring me.
Well, I did bring you a real hat. Yeah.
Ooh,
a
look
real
at
hat.
this.
Yeah,
A real
yeah.
Suffs hat.
Yeah, real Suffs hat. You know, sort of purple, yellow, and white were all suffragist colors.
Yeah.
So I thought.
This is perfect. Thank you for
Yeah.
this. I'll rotate them.
Yeah, I think rotating would be a good idea.
Yeah. Should we take this off for the interview?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take them off. Yeah. It is so great to see you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to talk about Suffs. You must be very proud and very excited about
I am
this.
so excited.
First, I want to know how was your Easter? How are the grandkids?
They're great. They're great. You know, they're 9, 7, and 4 right now. And so the 4-year-old would not eat lunch until he saw the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
That was a problem.
He's like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
No,
What's this?
Yeah,
I was promised.
We did the egg hunt. We
Yeah.
did the egg hunt, which was great. And, you know, it was a little bit Lord of the Flies, but it worked out.
As it is, yeah.
Yeah, and then, so we were at a restaurant, and they'd had an Easter Bunny, but the Easter Bunny had left.
Yeah.
So the waiter goes, oh, I see that this is a challenge. I will be right back. And he went, and I don't know where he dragged this poor person from. but he was in the full regalia. I think he might have been on the Fifth Avenue.
Yeah,
Easter
he's like,
Day
I
parade,
just
right?
left. He's like, all right,
He's
let's
like,
go do it.
Hurry up, this kid won't eat until he sees you.
Here's a photo of the Easter egg roll.
Oh, yeah, that was at the White House.
At the White House, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what's interesting about this is it's always someone that everyone knows plays the Easter Bunny.
Well, it's usually the member of the staff that draws the short straw.
Yeah. Exactly. You're like, yeah.
You know what you'll be doing Easter Monday.
Yeah. I was lucky enough to go to the White House Easter egg roll last Easter, and so they had the same thing, nice Easter bunnies walking around. I think it was one of President Biden's assistants.
Yeah.
And he's talking to the bunny like it's their assistant. He's like, so anyway, blah, blah, blah. And I go, hey, stop talking to this bunny. People are going to think that you're crazy. No one knows that that's your assistant. Everyone thinks the president is talking to the Easter bunny. So stop doing it.
I mean, you can imagine what Trump would do with that, right?
Oh, yeah. And he did. He did do it, yeah.
No sense of humor. No sense of humor
zero
at
sense
all.
of humor,
I mean,
yeah.
come on, they were telling jokes.
Can we talk about the upcoming presidential election?
Oh, no.
Yes, we have to.
Stick with the Easter
We have to. No more Easter Bunny talk. Yeah. I mean, it's Biden versus Trump. We know that.
It is. It is.
What do you say to voters who are upset that those are the two choices?
Get over yourself. Those are the two choices.
Yeah, love that.
Right? And
good.
You know, it's kind of like one is old and effective and compassionate, has a heart, and really cares about people, and one is old and has been charged with 91 felonies.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't understand why this is even a hard choice, really. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But we have to go through the election, and hopefully people will realize what's at stake, because it's an existential question. What kind of country we're going to have, what kind of democracy we're going to have. And people who blow that off are not paying attention, because it's not like Trump, his enablers, his empowerers, his allies are not telling us what they want to do. I mean, they're pretty clear about what kind of country they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Get out there and vote.
Get out there and vote.
Which is a good...
Well, that's what this is really about. Get out there and vote. I mean, this is such an exciting, I would even say thrilling story of real life women, you know, great American women like Alice Paul and Ida B. Wells and Carrie Chapman Catt. I mean, real historic figures.
Yeah.
And what they went through to get us the right to vote. And so when people blow it off, and you think about these women picketing, marching, going to prison, being force-fed to get the right to vote, right? And you can't just blow it off. I mean, it was important then, it's as important right now. And the story is really powerful.
I actually have been to a few Broadway plays with you in attendance as well. But I, you know, sometimes I go in to see a play, to sneak in, whatever like that. People recognize me. That's cool. I walk in, I'm sitting there. People go, oh, that's pretty cool. You walk in, standing ovation. Standing ovation. Everyone's like, people love you, especially in New York. People love you. And I go, wow, that's it. And then it was a pleasure. It was an honor to sit next to you.
Yeah, I love it when you see a play kind of in formation.
Yes.
And it's such a brave thing for somebody to put themselves out like that. And the young woman who wrote this, Shana Taub, I mean, she partly was inspired by the 2016 election and all of the questions that were raised back then. And she wanted to tell this story, but it's so scary. I mean, you're out here every night, and you probably have gotten used to it by now, right? That you're out here every night. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah.
But I mean, you put yourself out, you're on a stage, and
the pressure.
Yeah, it's enormous pressure. And so I've watched this from the Public Theater when I first saw it in 2022 in the summer, to now on Broadway, and the work that's gone into it, and the joy that they have in putting it together is so infectious.
They have to be proud. How did you get involved as a producer?
Well, I went to see it at the Public Theater,
Yep.
and then a year later, I got a letter from Shana, the woman who conceived it, wrote it, the music, everything about it, and she asked me if I'd be willing to be a co-producer. I said, well, I've never done that before. She said, yeah, but you've kind of lived the story, you understand the story, and I said, I'd love to, if you want me to, I'm in. So they sent me a video in the summer of 2023 of the reworked play, and she was just, so excited to share it with me, and I watched it, and I took notes, and I got back to them, and I talked through what I thought and what I thought, could make it even better.
Yeah.
And it was so exciting, Jimmy. I have to tell you.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal for me.
And now it's on Broadway.
And now it's on Broadway. And people who are seeing it some of your team backstage have already seen it. And it's a real story, and because it's a real story, you see the friendships, you see the conflict. It's also a great depiction of how you make change in America, how frustrating it is, the outside-inside game. I mean, the people who've been at this for so many years, they're getting tired, but they're thinking, they've got to convince President Wilson, they've got to convince the Congress, and they're playing the inside game. Then the younger women who always show up and say, wait a minute, we got to do it differently. And they'd been in England, and they'd seen how the suffragettes in England had pushed for the vote. And so there's a conflict between those who've been at it a long time and those who want it done faster, and they think they have a better idea. It's such a great drama, and the music is absolutely contagious. And the last song, not to give anything away, is about keep marching. And what is more important than to be reminded right now that, there's so many things going on in this country, so many things going on in this world, and progress is possible but not guaranteed. That's one of the lines in the play. And I think, boy, that is 100% right.
Keep going. Keep marching. Congratulations on the musical. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Hillary Rodham Clinton, everybody. Stuffs is playing now at the Music Box Theater. Jonathan Groff joins us after the break. Stick around, everybody. Hey.